Hey family, what's going on? My name is Brehon Mills and I would like to welcome you back to the channel. Well, not only do we talk about great stocks and crypto, we also love to talk about placing options, and also we love talking about great books. Listen family, I hope you guys have had a phenomenal weekend. I hope your week is off to a great start. Unfortunately, I couldn't post anything yesterday. I went to the dentist, had to get a root canal, so the whole side of my face was numb. So I said I'll just chill for one more day before jumping back on. And so today I want to start my first video of the week by talking about my favorites, Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla. I'm long-term holders in each one of these, but I also like to look for opportunities where I can place some call options or some put options. All right. And so, as you know, I always start my videos off with the charts, and I usually have that 20-day moving average up. I have the MACD, and I like taking a look at these candles, and I like taking a look at the candlestick development. All right. Now let's start with Apple. So I have the 1-day chart up. Let's take a look at the 1-week chart. All right. So the 1-week chart gives us a broader look as when we think about the momentum and the direction of the stock. All right. Now, when it comes to Apple, we can see on the weekly chart, man, it's been beautiful momentum to the upside. We've had some occasional pullbacks, but for the most part, when we look long term, when we look further out, taking a look at the weekly charts, we have been having some phenomenal upward trend. In the last month, five weeks have been performing well for Apple. Now we've had a couple of red weeks, bearish weeks, but for the most part, man, this thing has been moving up nicely. Okay, now let's take a look at the daily chart. Now the daily chart gives us a little bit deeper dive into the candlestick development and the price action of the stock. All right, now when we take a look at Apple, I mean, from November to April, it's been on a considerable uptrend. We did have a period in time there where Apple was on a downward trend, but once it crossed over the 20-day moving average here, it just moved up, and it has been moving up nicely since then. But you know, as we always say, stocks don't move too far away from the 20-day moving average. But we've been trying to find some candles that will give us an indication that maybe we can place a put option stating that, you know, that the stock is going to go down, and the candles aren't telling me or giving me an opportunity to get in when I take a look at them on a daily. Now, you can do some intraday trading, some intraday options, call options or put options based on, you know, some much quicker price action. When we thinking about the 2-minute, 5-minute charts, you could take a look at those. But normally for me, I'm not by the computer. Now I wish I was home and had the liberty to sit and watch the computer all day, every day. But as of right now, I don't have that liberty. Maybe one day I will. So normally what I like to do is I like to place some daily call options based on the daily candlestick development. All right. And so when we take a look at these candles at the top of a uptrend, one as strong as this one, I like to see a nice shooting star or a nice hanging man candle. All right, and that will give me a sign that maybe we may have a reversal to the downside. All right, so when we take a look at the MACD here, we can clearly see that the momentum has been leaving out of Apple. Now remember, the momentum, even though the momentum is slowing down, that doesn't guarantee that we're going to have a downtrend. We could have a lot of sideways movement, and so that's what we've had the past 7 or 8 days. After this nice run up, we had a bearish day here, but then for the most part, we just been trading sideways. And again, Apple is close to its earnings date. I think it's just tomorrow, the 28th. But remember, Apple always run up to earnings, and then after the earnings, I mean, the earnings is always phenomenal. They've made buku's amounts of money, but we always have a reversal to the downside. So knowing that, some put options may be in the play for today, but we're just going to wait and see how things play out. All right. But as of right now, I'm sitting on I'm just sitting on the sidelines as of right now for Apple. Now, I do like this candle here, which could be considered a small hanging man candle. So if the next day ends trading below or closing below this candle, there may be some opportunities there where we can place a call option. All right. But for the most part, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch and see how this thing play out before I jump in and make a move on to Apple. Okay. All right. Next is Microsoft. Another one. Microsoft has had a tremendous run up, tremendous run up. And, again, it had a nice run up, right? Had a high of 260. And then it's basically been trading flat. All right. So what's eventually looking like what's going to happen is the 20 and this sideways movement will meet at some point. Again, I do like the momentum to the downside. Now, if I get a crossover on the oscillator going down, it may give me a opportunity to jump in there and place a put option based on the candlestick development. And as you can see, this thing is running neck and neck with Apple. All right. But again, nice indecision candle there yesterday. So we're going to continue watching it. Again, it's up today, and Microsoft has been on a tremendous tear. So you're talking about a month. Over the course of a month, it only had 4 bearish days, only 4 bearish days. And the last bearish day was, it was like a struggle between the bears and the bulls that ended in a tie. So there's a lot of indecision there. No one truly won that day, but Microsoft has been on a strong upward trend, and so we're gonna wait and see how things go. I like this downward momentum. Now, if we do get the crossover on the oscillator going down, that may present an opportunity similar to here, where we went from 243 to a low of 228. So, I mean, if you can get a $15 move, man, that would be awesome put option. Great gains there, a lot of profit there. So we're going to take a look and see how the oscillator develops, and we're going to see how the candle develops at the end of this trading session. But again, Microsoft has been on a tear. It's been on a tear. And when it's trading sideways like that, we like to just sit on the sideline. We want to see strong uptrend or strong downtrend, or candlestick development that gives us the indication that we may have a reversal in pattern. All right, now let's take a look at Tesla. Another long-term hold, part of my retirement account. Again, Tesla. Now, Tesla makes such big moves during the day that there is always opportunities to make some money intraday trading. Now, when I take a look at Tesla on this is the hourly. Let me go to the daily. All right, so when we take a look at the daily, we had a nice uptrend. Then we had a strong downward movement here. And so if you would have at the top of this uptrend here, it would have saw this candle here, which is a slightly spinning top. Then we had a small shooting star, and we went from 870 to low of 780. So again, that would have been a great opportunity to make some money. And also you could just play the 20-day moving average, right? We jump in the stock once it goes above the 20, and we jump into a put option when it falls below the 20. All right. Now you could have played that play there, right? So we want one that opens and closes below the 20. That would have been another awesome opportunity to jump back in, right? Now, so when we take a look here, we can see that on a daily scale, the last 7 to 8 days, it's been slowly losing momentum. The price has dropped a little bit, but we have some sideways trading. But again, Tesla has such big price movements during the day. Like for example, this candle here had a high of 780, had a low of 728. We take a look at this bullish candle here. We had a low of 698 and a high of 744. And so when placing, options on Tesla, there's a potential for huge gains. All right, so let's take a look at the hourly chart. Now, the hourly chart is a little sideways. Now, let's see here. That's the 21st. So there could have been an opportunity here to jump in, make a tremendous amount of money. But again, when you have these big moves like this, we can go a little bit further into the time period. So we can look at the 5-minute chart, or let me see here. So we could take a look at the 5-minute chart and look for opportunities where we could jump into the stock. Again, when we take a look at the 5-minute chart, I like to take a look at the MACD, the momentum, and seeing how things move when it cross over the 20, right? Or below the 20. So this would have been a great opportunity to jump in here on April 23rd, 3:15, right before the market was closing. You could have jumped in here. We crossed over the 20-day moving average. Boom, the next day it opened up. It opened at 729. So that is actually we had a high of 749. That is, from 729 to 749. So that would have been a great gain. It would have been, again, you could have cashed out the first hour, the first few minutes of the trading session on the 26th, and you would have been sitting pretty. All right, now let's see how things are going currently. So we've been having a lot of sideways trading. All right, now if I'm going to place a call option, I like to see more momentum. All right, I like to see more momentum going up, more momentum coming out of the stock. See, it's just too sideways here. Personally, I would stay out of something like this because that's not giving me a clear indication of the direction of the stock. So basically, when we jump in here, we're just playing a guessing game. All right, now we take a look at the 2-minute chart. Just look at it. A lot of sideways movement, There's not a lot of money to be made there. If you're doing options that are expiring during the week, it's very, very volatile. So you can have some explosive gains. You also can have some explosive losses. So there may be some opportunities to jump into a play here. This may have been a great play here. This opening and closing below the 20. Could have placed a put option there and rolled this thing down here. And then once you got this candle here, which is a doji, which is a sign that it may be a reversal in pattern, you could have got out. So you could have got out here or got out here this candle. But as of right now, me personally, man, I like to just lock in wins. I like going for the sure things. So I'll be out on Tesla right now. I'm out on Microsoft right now. I'm out on Apple right now. But I may take a look at how things are developing around 3:30 today, right before the close, and see if there is a potential for me to jump in and place a call option or a put option. Okay, again, we like trends going up or going down, or crossing above the 20 or crossing below the 20. And again, once we do buy a stock or open a call option or put option, we immediately place our stop limits so we can go 10-15% below the price that we bought it at. And then, hey, if it doesn't go the way we want it to go, we are automatically stopped out and we minimize our loss. Okay, stop limits are crucial. All right, now I hope this video added some value to you. Hey, happy trading this week. Hey, if this is your first time checking me out, leave a like, subscribe, and keep coming back for more wealth building information. Peace.